Benj?
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing. It leaked just the other day that LEGO was going to renew their Lord of the Rings theme, and I could not be any more ecstatic. The leak revealed we'll be getting a couple of brickhead sets, Frodo and Gollum, as well as Gandalf and the Balrog. Not only are these great ideas for brickheads, but it's also extremely promising that they will focus on the Lord of the Rings and not the Rings of Power. Maybe they'll make some Rings of Power sets later down the road, but the show is just not that great in my opinion. And there hasn't really been anything that stands out to me in the show that would even make a good set. Looking at the sets we got for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, other than the polybags, there are some absolutely iconic scenes in here. Just scrolling through these sets gives me goosebumps. Would be totally cool to see some straight up remakes. Having the first couple sets be brickheads shows them diverge from the typical sets we got when the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit theme was at its height. While I absolutely want sets based on scenes and buildings from the movies, it shows that LEGO is not at all afraid to put their own twist to the source material. It really makes me wonder what we'll get in the coming years. Personally, I think there's a ton of amazing options for some sweet helmet sets. Like just last year I threw together this Uruk-hai helmet, and getting Gimli's, Eomer's, or even just a Gondorian guard's helmet would be so dope. Not sure if Mjolnir was just a one-off in terms of LEGO making life-sized replica weapons, but there are so many iconic swords and axes and other weapons from the movies that I feel like it would just be a total missed opportunity to not try and tackle a life-sized version of those. Which is exactly why I decided to throw together this build of Anduril.
This is a good sword.
To give myself a sort of proof of concept that you could make life-sized weapons from Lord of the Rings and have them look good. And other than it being a little bit fat, I think looking at it straight on, it is very solid. I actually built it relatively the same way as the structure of Mjolnir, with having snot bricks going down the center as the core, and then having it all be held together with Technic. But could you imagine this sword getting the LEGO treatment, or even just getting a displayable shards of Narsil? It'd be so awesome. Getting Glamdring or Sting or Orcris the Goblin Cleaver as life-sized LEGO sets would be amazing, and honestly, it makes me want to build them now. Most of these would have to be 18 plus sets, and honestly, I think LEGO should market these Lord of the Rings sets to an older audience. Which is why it's a little unnerving that they're starting with a couple brickhead sets, because that theme is definitely geared toward a younger audience. The resale market is insane right now for the original sets, because we were all too young and either couldn't afford them, or wanted LEGO Star Wars sets more and didn't care for Lord of the Rings all that much. For me personally, I was about to go to college, and I had just given away all of my LEGO to my best friend's little brothers, and would be the beginning of an almost 8-year hiatus from LEGO. Overall, I am super stoked that this theme is making a resurgence. I think there's a ton of potential for some amazing sets that I would gladly throw my money at. Let me know down in the comments below what sets you would love to see with this new wave. Be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
Shut